Right, if you clicked on this video, it's probably because you saw me saying that I had a new convertible Honda, and you're probably thinking, oh sick, it's going to be an S2000, going to have a rear-wheel drive drift car, but it's not. The reason I ended up with this car is the same reason I ended up with that car, and the other car, and that car, because I avoid looking for cars because I end up buying them half the time. People keep sending them to me anyway. Someone sent me this one and it was sort of too cool to turn down, so and here it is. It's like a early 80s. I don't actually know the year and I can't get the information out of the VIN because it's a JDM VIN, but it's an early 80s Honda City convertible, which I don't know how many of these there are in Australia. Probably wouldn't be many, but when someone sent it to me on Instagram and said, hey, do you want to buy this car off me? I was sort of like, yeah, I guess I have to buy this car. Can't like not buy it really. And I've never had a convertible before. I thought it would be cool. So it had a lot of rust in it, and the previous owners sprayed over the rust with like rust converting paint, or that's what he said it was, just to stop it getting worse. I've never had a rusty car before. Where I am in Canberra, we don't really get rust, so I've never had to repair it before. So this will be interesting to fix up. Never had to fix it before. As far as what I could work out, this car was imported in 1992, going off the plate. It came in, it lived a major part of its life in Tasmania. It sold from auction in Tasmania for an unknown amount. Ended up in Sydney. It's originally red. You can see it from here, like on the inside, the engine bay and in the door jambs and stuff. The auction place, or whoever sent it to auction, it was auctioned on eBay, sprayed it this orange really dodgily, I think to hide the rust. Like they haven't prepped anything and it's like literally just falling off. Sprayed it on there to hide the rust. It sold on eBay for $3,250, I think. It then came to Canberra, the person that bought it. They looked at it and went, holy shit, this is a rust bucket. And it's not, to be honest, it's like nowhere near as bad as I thought it was, because dude messaged me, said, you want to buy this? I went, yep, I'll take it. So I never actually looked at it before I bought it. But it's not as bad as I thought, but whoever got it, went, this is going to be too much work to fix. They gave it to the Green Shed, which is like a trash and treasure place where they sell cars, like, well, they're not cars, they just sell stuff that they find at the tip pretty much. It was there, and the guy that I got it off the Green Shed for $700, and then he wanted to get rid of it, so I ended up getting it off him for a bit of a trade, and yeah, so it'll cost me all up well under $500 for actually buying it. So far all I've done is painted the grille with the leftover metal flake from Nick's Skyline, which is there, but you're not allowed to look at it yet because you have to see the video when I put up the respray on that, because it had someone's painted it orange. They've just like blanket orange. These should be black, this should be black, in here should be black. So I'll slowly change all that stuff. I'm thinking I'm going to paint it like bright yellow, and I'm going to try and get some like cool like aero wheels for it. And then obviously fix up the bits that are meant to be black. I also want a Series 2 grille that's got the Honda badge over here. The radiator only takes up this half of the engine bay, so this is blanked off, and this is blanked off, but they've tried to make it look like a fake grille, which is kind of lame. Whereas the Series 2 grille just owns that it's fake and has a blank spot there with the badge offset. But apart from the rust, there's a bit more, like this is just surface stuff here. There's a bit of a hole. There's a couple of like holes underneath, like ones this size, but there's nothing like really big or major in it. It's auto, which is a bit disappointing, but all the convertibles are auto. Plus it has park, reverse, neutral, overdrive, star and low, so even though it's auto I still get to shift into star, whatever the hell that means. Star just seems like drive, and then there's the normal overdrive on the highway. It's got the this dash cluster is specific to the convertible. So the turbo version, actually, yeah, so this is a turbo one. They've got the big wide guards and a hard top. And the turbo ones came with the big wide guards, and the NA ones didn't, except for the convertibles. So this convertible has these big wheel arches, and the bumper is wider to match up with the bigger wheel arches. Same with the big front flared wheel arches, and it's got this vent in the side. So if you want one with the actual cool big body, you either get a convertible or a turbo one. So this is non-turbo. The turbo dash has a digital cluster with like a speedo. The speedo goes like, oh no, the tacho goes around the outside, and it's got like a digital boost gauge. Then the pleb spec NA one has like a lame big speedo and no tacho. So this is specific to the Cabriolet. It's factory non-AC, there'd be air conditioning here if it had air conditioning. Someone's added a head unit to it. If it had a head unit stock, I think it should be in like a console that goes here. It's a manual choke. It's like an old school CVCC engine, which is like the, anyway, look it up, I'm not going to go explaining how CVCC works, but it's pretty much the engine that put Honda on the map. And it's like listed as one of Japan's like greatest innovations. Boot releases in normal Honda spot. It's got a cool like aluminium pedal, and it's nice having like no console in the middle there. Open the engine, have a look. So you can see there's a lot, like the rust in the engine bay is a bit worse. There's a couple of holes around the place. Nothing like super major or unfixable or anything. There it is, CombAx CVCC2. So CVCC2 means it's also got a cat as well as the CVCC. You can see there it's got the half radiator and then nothing on this side. For whatever reason, I did them up with a screwdriver. You can undo these two little knobs, that one, and the grill like hinges forward. I don't know why. The only thing you can get to is the spark plugs, but I figure, I don't know why you need like thumb knobs to get to the spark plugs so often, but whatever, that's what it's got. It's a non-cross flow engine, so you can see the exhaust and the intake both come out the same side, and there's nothing down the front here, which obviously makes it really good to fit in a little engine bay like this. These are really ugly. They're actually stock, but they look like ones that people have added on to match Australian compliance laws. We'll flip the roof up. The roof's pretty, it's not too bad. It's heavy, but it's, hang on, put the roof up. So it's not latched down, it latches down and seals up at the front fine. There's a bit of a gap that continues to exist here, and the stitching's a bit gone. Other than that, the roof's like, it's got no big holes or no holes in it at all. These should have a glass rear window stock. Someone's replaced it with this plastic one that's gone all yellow and crap, so I have to change that. Every time I put a thing of this car up or something, so everyone goes, does it have the motor compo in the boot? Did it come with the scooter? The Cities didn't come with the scooters. You could buy the motor compo separate to your City and it fit in the boot. You could go to the dealership and buy both of them, or you could go and just buy the City or just buy the motor compo. It didn't just automatically come with the motor compo. It's supposed to fit in the boot, but on the City, the boot only opens to there, and it opens up. That's it. I don't know why it's like that, but it's pretty much impossible to put anything in because you have to like put it in and underneath, which is terrible. So that's obviously not very thought out because it's a convertible one, but whatever, I can deal with that. I think it's 2-seat in the back. It's got like this cool like interior. As far as like sitting in it, it's got heaps of headroom, which is cool. It's really tall. It's got manual windy windows for the front and the back, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, so as I'm hoping to get this car fixed up and registered by Christmas so I can drive it down the coast and do some driving in the sun with my roof down and my hair blowing. Oh yeah, and it came with a CD. I think the CD suits it pretty nicely. Get the roof out of the way. Pretty sure I can only play like 10 seconds of this or YouTube's going to copyright me. Yes! Anyway, don't copyright me. So yeah, there's a bunch of other ones, the Hot Wheels car ones. And that's it. Any stuff I do along the way, I'll post updates and little videos and bits and pieces. And yeah, so if you want to see those updates, let me know. And depending on how popular it seems, I'll put more or less effort into putting the updates up as I repair it. Oh yeah, and before I forget, I've got these stickers of my drift car now. So I'll put the link to those in the description. And yep, see you on the next video. Say bye.
Bye, YouTube.